Good afternoon, everyone. Like I said, I set 5 key goals last year. 2 of them I'll share with you today. Firstly, I wanted the opportunity to come inspire young Gambian girls into technology. Secondly, I wanted to visit home, visit my family, and especially see my dad, who's here today. I'm really proud of that, and I really want to thank Mustafa for making 2 of my dreams come true. I'm very grateful. You're an inspirational leader, and I'm very pleased to be here. So the perspective I really want to bring is my experience more globally. I think this is where technology is so exciting because it doesn't limit you to just the Gambia. I've been to Ghana, I've been to Morocco, in Asia, Bali, Indonesia, and also I've been in the UK for the past 10 years, so it's been quite a while. And like the panel yesterday, we really don't need to reinvent the wheel. Like they say, there are amazing technologies, artificial intelligence, robotics, virtual reality, augmented reality being implemented here in Africa. So I really want to see more women take on this role to inspire, to innovate, and to push and break those boundaries. And this is very typical of the technology industry, being the only woman in the room. So that's something I really want to be a past thing. I'll start off with generally what I think the key issues are, just briefly, because I really want to focus on my journey on how I came into tech. But we all know there are issues, especially here in the Gambia. Firstly, I'll touch on the lack of medical supply. And an example I can think of is, people are using drones, in Africa. We can use drones to supply blood and vaccines cross-country. So these are almost like small helicopters that have sensors and they can withstand the weather as well. So I'd really like to encourage more people to think outside the box. Don't wait for the government, don't wait for initiatives. Sometimes all it takes is, what you have here, which is the brain. It's really incredible what you can achieve when you really believe in yourself and you go out and learn things, and that's really something I want to encourage. Someone mentioned earlier about maternity death, so one thing I saw in Nigeria is people are building applications that can help train young pregnant women to take care of their child whilst they're in pregnancy, because one of the key issues we have is women not actually consistently going to see the doctor, so they don't have the information to go out, or the knowledge that they have to be regularly be monitored. So these are simple applications. In terms of the youth as well, I'll go in polarities here. I believe investing in actual medical staff into IT is a key thing. So for instance, in the UK, in the NHS, they have a separate entrepreneurial branch where they are training their doctors to code to IT systems, because these are the people who are actually working within the systems and can help innovate and make it more efficient. On the other side, it takes having a fresh mind, a fresh perspective of someone who's not in the field at all. And this is where the new and bright ideas come. And this is where I think the authorities can come in and help the young people. So initiatives like having labs, this is something I experienced in Ghana. They have all these tech hubs where young people can safely go, form teams, and do hackathons, competitions. So for instance, 1 month, they'd have sickle cell week. Let's academics, doctors, innovators, entrepreneurs come together in one room and develop solutions for sickle cell disease, and the best innovation will be sponsored. So these are the ways that we can solve our problems ourselves. So I'll move on to my journey, because I know there are a lot of young ladies here who are very interested in tech or already working in tech, because I've had a rather unconventional journey into technology. So as the intro mentioned, I was born and raised in Gambia and went to the UK to study maths, ended up doing actuarial science and did consulting for 5 years as an actuary at PricewaterhouseCoopers UK. But my passion has always been making a difference and giving back and helping. My father's a medical doctor. I didn't want to be a doctor. I saw how hard he worked every single day, Monday to Sunday. And for me, it was more the empathy and the pain I saw patients in. I didn't feel I could do that. But I think his dreams came through, because I ended up working sort of in the care industry again, and so you can call me the technology doctor. So your prayers came through. So basically what I do is I work in virtual reality technology. For the benefit of those who don't know, it's an immersive experience where you put on a headset and you're taken away to a different world. So for instance, if you have a grandma with dementia, so with dementia what happens, you tend to lose your later memories. And so for instance, they'll remember their earlier memories, say if they're from Kurang, which is the village I'm from. So if they're in Banjul, they'll have depression and anxiety because that's all they can recall, and there'll be a lot of confusion. So what we can do is take 360 videos of their compound or their area and input that in our technology, and then they'll be able to reminisce about that, and that will help reduce anxiety and depression. Another thing our technology does is we have the education content as well. So, but it's all immersive and peaceful, so you'll actually be in a scene where there's waterfalls and you can actually hear birds sing. So it's a lot about therapy while you learn. And the reason why I chose virtual reality technology, I know a lot of people are wondering, is because firstly, I don't do things the conventional way, I go all the way. And secondly, I feel it's a fascinating technology, and it's something I feel people can get involved in, and it brings joy and it brings fun. And mental health is such a big issue here in the Gambia and even worldwide, and it's a difficult issue that people don't really like talking about. So I found technology as almost that bridge that can bring families back together, where they can learn together and experience together. Because what I find, which is really sad, is people who are normally mentally ill are isolated, or it's brushed under the carpet, or they're kept locked. With technology, we can bring families back together, and even if they don't want the outside world to know, within their compounds, they can actually help the individual going through the mental health issue. Where we're at now, I built the Apple application store, which has been, so literally I've been doing this for a year, and this is why I really wanted to show up, to show what's possible if you really believe in yourself and push yourself. So within the year, I've been nominated for 13 international awards, won 6 of them, also been featured on the BBC, and also, thank you so much. But what this goes to show, I'm not saying this to impress people, but I'm saying it to show what is possible if you believe in yourself. I think the other thing I needed to say was, I didn't have any finance, I didn't have a team, I didn't even have the technology skills, I learned from scratch. So it just goes to show you don't need anyone, and this is why I'm so passionate about mental health. If you take care of your brain, that's what literally separates us from animals. That's the power we have, that's the power we've been given by God, and we have the power to create our own realities. So I think it's really important. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mansata. That's very insightful.